Hi, Chef Robert from the Willow Room. Today we have a new addition to the Willow Room family. This is George Harris. He's been a proprietor of 3 restaurants in the Pittsburgh area, a Johnson Wells graduate, and I just wanted to start introducing you to some of the staff here. George is going to take you through the recipe for the month, and here he is. Good luck, George.
Well, thank you, Chef. Hi, this is George Harris from the Willow Room. Today we're going to be making a tabbouleh, or also known as a parsley salad. It is a very light, healthy summertime salad. We're going to be using some heirloom tomatoes from a local chef's garden, and I'm going to get into it right now. What you want to do first is you take a bowl, and you want to put your bulgur, which is the tabbouleh, which is a cracked wheat, into a mixing bowl. From there, you want to take your water, and you want enough to cover it, and if there's extra, it's okay, we'll squeeze it off once it sits for 30 minutes. Then you take it and you cover it over. You want to let this sit for 30 minutes, and while that's sitting, you can go ahead and take and work on the parsley. You want to take 2 bunches, and you want about 2 cups of parsley. So you want to do is wash it to get the excess dirt out. You want to take and remove the stems. We'll put them in our little trash bucket over here. And what you want to do for the parsley is you want a rough chop on it, so it's not really fine and minced up, because you want to have texture to the salad. So what I'm doing now is basically just a rough chop on the parsley. We're going to get this ready to put in the mixing bowl here in a minute or two. And this recipe will, serve 8 people. And we're almost there. And we're going to put it into our mixing bowl. So here we have the parsley. We'll put that there. And the next step, we're going to take fresh mint, which can be found at your local grocery store and in most yards this time of the year. And what we're going to do with this actually adds a real freshness taste to the salad in itself. And it's really good for you at the same time, because both parsley and mint are actually both breath fresheners. I don't know if too many people know that, but this will leave you nice and clean, and it has a different, distinct taste. We're going to mix that in with the parsley. We're going to lightly toss that with our hands. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to make the dressing while this sits. And what the dressing is a real light dressing of 2 fresh squeezed lemons. And once the lemons are in there, we're going to add the olive oil and the garlic, fresh chopped garlic. And that's pretty much the basic simple dressing for this whole entire salad. It's very light and very health conscious. This also is a vegan salad, so you have to take nothing out of this to make it vegan. It's vegan to begin with. And next we're going to take and whisk in, this is an extra virgin olive oil, and you're just making like a basic vinaigrette, using the fresh lemon juice as the acid in the dressing. And it's supposed to be just real light, it's not a thick dressing. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab the tabbouleh, or the bulgur, which is wheat, and it's been cooled down. I'm going to add it to the parsley and the mint. And then we're going to take and we're going to use 1/3 of a cucumber. And what we're going to do now is just going to basically peel the cucumber. Because you don't want the skin on the cucumber, it's a little too chewy. So we'll take that, we'll peel it. It's going to cut the ends off, cut it in half. And we just take a spoon, regular teaspoon. And we're going to remove the cucumber seeds from both halves. Again, this time of the year, cucumbers will be in plenty and they'll be real fresh tasting and lots available. We'll clean up our board here in a second. And then we're going to cut this into julienne strips. And we'll turn it, and then we're going to dice it here. And we'll do the same thing for the other half. And we're just going to chop it like this. And then we're going to add it to the base of the salad. A roasted red pepper, or you can use fresh red peppers. We're going to cut it also into strips, because we're going to dice that the same size as a cucumber to keep everything in proportion. We'll cut it up. We'll toss that in as well. Fresh garlic. And we're going to use just one of the 2 cloves because this is a fairly large size piece. And on the recipe it calls for to mash it, and all you're going to do with that is take the knife and hand and push it flat, which mashes the garlic out, which makes it easier to chop it up. And again, you want to get this kind of fine because you don't want too big of a bite of garlic when you go to taste this and eat it. So we're going to chop it up a little bit more. And then we're going to put that into the dressing that we made. I'll give it a little whisk. At this point, you really want to let the this set overnight, or you can go ahead and make it the whole thing and let it sit overnight as well. And so we're going to add the dressing into the salad mix. And we're going to take a fork, or you can use a spoon. We're going to lightly toss it in the mixing bowl. And this, like I said before, this is really good. It's healthy for you, and it's very light. I mean, one person, I like this salad a lot, and I'll make it almost every week in the summer, and I'll eat half the recipe by myself because it's just so good once you get started. And what we're going to do now is we're taking a red leaf lettuce. We've washed it and cleaned it and cut it and by hand, and we basically have 4 pieces on a glass plate. And then what you want to do is you want to take a spoon here, and what we're going to do is we're going to gently pour off a small mound, about the amount a person would eat, just by themselves. And then for the finishing touch on this, we have this is a tiger stripe cherry tomato. You can use regular cherry tomatoes, you can use whatever's in season. And all I'm doing right now is basically quartering the smaller ones, the larger ones. And then these are basically going to be the garnish on the salad. And let's take a few of these. We'll kind of sprinkle around the top. And there you go. We have this month's featured salad. It is vegan, it's light, it's delicious, and it's healthy and nutritious. Thank you so much for being here today. And this is George Harris from the Willow Room.